Hello everyone, it's Paul with Cruise Planners Getaway Gang. We've been making some great videos for our Facebook VIP group called Cruising 101. They're on various topics, especially designed for people who are first-time cruisers, but which we think can be helpful for anyone who's interested in cruising. Well, I realized we had not shared those over here on our YouTube channel, so over the next few weeks I'll be doing little intros so you know what the videos are about and have a little context, and we'll be sharing them here on the YouTube channel. So today's video is called Should You Buy the Drink Package? We hope you find it helpful with some useful tips. If you're not part of our Facebook VIP group, please join. I'll put the link in the description below the video. And as always, thanks for your comments and enjoy the video. Let's take a look at what the top 3 cruise lines are charging for their drink packages. Per day, Carnival is charging $56.95. Royal Caribbean is somewhere in the $63 to $70 range, depending on the exact cruise. And Norwegian is charging, believe it or not, $99 per day. And all of these have an additional 18% gratuity per day added on top of it. So it does really start to add up. One little side note, the good news about Norwegian is responsible for the gratuities. Other than that, I don't think the math adds up on it. Something else to keep in mind is that per day is per person, obviously, and it must be paid by both adults, both people in your cabin. If you're traveling with somebody who's a minor, they'll make you at least take on a soda drink package. But if you're with another adult, each person in the cabin has to pay for it. So you're really talking about $110 to $140 on Carnival or Royal Caribbean per day for the cabin. Steph and I were recently on a cruise on Freedom of the Seas in the Southern Caribbean, on Royal Caribbean, and I think by the end of the week we were in it for about $900 for the drink package. So it adds up really fast. The other thing to keep in mind is your drink package must be purchased for every day for the entirety of your cruise. So for instance, you can't just pick and choose the days at sea and not partake the days you're in port. So if you're on a 7-day cruise, you're paying for it for 7 days for 2 people. There's really just no way around that. So you got to keep that in mind. And a lot of cruises are in the 7-day range. So you're going to really only have maybe 3 days at sea, and the rest will be in port, or like the first day you board in the afternoon, you don't have a full day. Obviously, the very last day, you're not paying for it because you're getting off the ship. But you can't make use of the drink package while you're in port. Your food, your drinks, while you're off the ship, they're not covered. So you're not able to add that into your math, and you're figuring out whether it's going to be worth it for you. In the end, that's what you really have to do. You have to do the math. If you're a beer drinker, $5 to $8 is the average cost for a beer, depending on the kind, the type, and similar for wine, maybe slightly more. Cocktails, mixed drinks can go anywhere from the $7, $8 range up to $12 to $14 per drink. If you purchase the alcohol package, think about how you're going to use it. Can you really get your money's worth out of it, especially on a longer cruise? Think about 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, a longer cruise where you're required to buy it each and every day. Are you going to have some alcohol fatigue by later in the cruise? I know, I can speak from experience. I have before. So the longer the cruise, the tougher it can be to make the math work. Look at those menu prices on whoever you're going to be sailing and figure out if you're going to have a mimosa at breakfast, a mid-morning cocktail by the pool starting early, a drink with lunch, an afternoon beer, some wine with dinner, a nightcap, plus with Royal Caribbean and Carnival, it's going to include things like water and soda too. So you can add a little bit in for those costs as you're doing the math. But in the end, I say, here's my tip. Shorter cruises, maybe 3 to 4 days, especially ones where you're going to be on the ship more, I think it's totally worth it. I went on a 3-day out of LA on the Carnival Imagination back earlier this year, and I did the drink package, and I totally got my money's worth. We were on the ship by noon the first day, and I was really enjoying a bit of a party atmosphere, getting my money's worth. But a longer cruise, between the fact that you're going to be off the ship, the fact that most people can't go pedal to the metal on the kind of drinking it takes to get your money's worth for a week or more. It just, most people start to slow down. So think about that. It really depends on the length and how much you're going to drink. But I would say more often than not, for most people, it's probably not going to be worth it to pay for the alcohol package. Just do it day by day, drink by drink, and in the end, you're going to come out ahead. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.